Hello everyone and welcome to today's English learning lecture. Let me start with a question. Have you ever been confused about whether to use perhaps, or probably, in a sentence? Many English learners use these two words as if they mean exactly the same thing. While both words talk about possibility and uncertainty, they are not always interchangeable. Understanding the difference between perhaps and probably can make your English sound much more natural, accurate, and confident. Today we will explore the meanings of perhaps and probably, learn when to use each one, discover the differences between them, and study plenty of examples that will help you use these words correctly in daily conversations, writing, and professional communication. Let us begin. The meaning of perhaps. The word perhaps means maybe. It is used when we are not sure about something and we want to express a possibility. It shows uncertainty and leaves room for different outcomes. When you use perhaps, you are saying that something is possible, but you do not know whether it will happen or not. Perhaps is considered slightly more formal than maybe. It is commonly used in writing, speeches, articles, and educated conversation. Look at this sentence. Perhaps it will rain tomorrow. This means rain is possible tomorrow, but the speaker is not sure. Another example is, perhaps she forgot my birthday. The speaker thinks it is possible that she forgot, but there is no certainty. The word perhaps does not tell us how likely something is. It simply suggests that something might be true. Uses of perhaps. Perhaps can be used to express a possibility. Example. Perhaps they will visit us next weekend. It can be used to make a polite suggestion. Example. Perhaps we should leave early to avoid traffic. It can be used when giving an opinion gently. Example. Perhaps this is not the best solution. It can also be used when thinking about possibilities. Example. Perhaps there is another way to solve the problem. The meaning of probably. Now let us talk about probably. Probably means that something is likely to happen. The speaker believes there is a good chance that something is true or will occur. Unlike perhaps, probably shows a higher level of confidence. When you use probably, you are not completely certain, but you believe the possibility is strong. Look at this sentence. It will probably rain tomorrow. The speaker thinks rain is likely. Compare it with, perhaps it will rain tomorrow. In the second sentence, rain is only a possibility. In the first sentence, rain is considered likely. This is the most important difference between perhaps and probably. Perhaps means maybe. Probably means likely. Uses of probably. Probably is used when talking about likely events. Example. She will probably arrive before noon. It is used when making predictions. Example. The team will probably win the match. It is used when expressing a reasonable expectation. Example. You will probably enjoy this movie. It can also be used when making educated guesses. Example. He is probably busy at work right now. The main difference between perhaps and probably. Many learners ask the same question. What is the real difference between perhaps and probably? The answer is confidence. Perhaps expresses possibility without indicating how likely it is. Probably expresses a strong possibility and suggests that something is likely to happen. Think of it this way. Imagine there are 100 chances. If you say perhaps, the chance may be 50% or even lower. If you say probably, the chance might be 70%, 80%, or even higher. For example, perhaps Ali will come to the party. This means Ali may come. Now look at this sentence. Ali will probably come to the party. This means you expect Ali to come because there is a strong possibility. Both sentences are correct, but the level of certainty is different. Perhaps in daily life. We use perhaps in many everyday situations. Suppose your friend asks, "Will you travel this summer?" You can answer, "Perhaps. I have not decided yet." This answer shows uncertainty. Imagine someone asks, "Do you know why Sarah is absent today?" You may reply, "Perhaps she is feeling sick." You are suggesting a possibility without claiming certainty. In daily conversation, perhaps is useful when we want to sound careful and avoid making strong claims. Probably in daily life. Now let us see how probably works in everyday situations. Someone asks, "Will Ahmed pass the exam?" You answer, "He will probably pass because he studied very hard." This answer shows confidence. Another example. "Do you think the shop is open?" You reply, "It is probably open because it usually closes late." Here you believe the shop is open, although you are not completely sure. Perhaps and probably in writing. Both words are common in writing, but they create different effects. Writers use perhaps when discussing possibilities. Example: perhaps future technology will solve this problem. Writers use probably when discussing likely outcomes. Example: future technology will probably solve this problem. The second sentence sounds more confident. If you are writing essays, reports, or articles, choosing the correct word helps communicate your exact meaning. Common mistakes learners make. One common mistake is using perhaps when probably is needed. Incorrect thinking. The weather forecast says there is an 80% chance of rain. Perhaps it will rain. While this sentence is not grammatically wrong, probably is more suitable because the chance is high. Better sentence. It will probably rain tomorrow. Another mistake is using probably when there is very little evidence. Suppose you have no information at all. Saying, "He is probably at home," may sound too confident. In this situation, you might say, "Perhaps he is at home." This sounds more appropriate. Position of perhaps in a sentence. Perhaps is flexible. It can appear at the beginning. Perhaps we should wait. It can appear in the middle. We should perhaps wait. It can even appear near the end. We should wait, perhaps. However, placing it at the beginning is the most common choice. Position of probably in a sentence. Probably usually appears before the main verb. She probably knows the answer. They probably forgot the meeting. When using the verb be, probably comes after it. He is probably tired. The movie was probably expensive to make. Learning the correct position makes your sentences sound natural. 5 examples of perhaps. Example 1. Perhaps I will visit my grandparents this weekend. Example 2. Perhaps the teacher is busy at the moment. Example 3. Perhaps we can find a better solution. Example 4. Perhaps they missed the train. Example 5. Perhaps one day I will travel around the world. These examples show that perhaps introduces possibilities without expressing strong certainty. 5 examples of probably. Example 1. I will probably finish the project today. Example 2. She is probably waiting outside. Example 3. They will probably arrive late because of traffic. Example 4. The restaurant will probably be crowded tonight. Example 5. He probably knows the answer to that question. Notice how all these sentences express a stronger expectation. Comparing similar sentences. Let us compare some sentence pairs. Sentence 1. Perhaps she is at home. Sentence 2. She is probably at home. The first sentence shows uncertainty. The second sentence shows a stronger belief. Another pair. Perhaps they will accept our offer. They will probably accept our offer. Again, the second sentence sounds more confident. Another pair. Perhaps the meeting will be cancelled. The meeting will probably be cancelled. The second sentence suggests that cancellation is likely. These comparisons clearly demonstrate the difference in strength between the two words. Speaking like a native English user. Native speakers often choose words carefully to express the exact level of certainty they feel. If they have little information, they may use perhaps. If they have evidence or strong reasons, they often use probably. For example, perhaps he forgot. This means there is a possibility. Probably he forgot. This means the speaker strongly believes he forgot. Choosing the right word helps your English sound natural and precise. Practice activity. Let us practice. Which word is better? The sky is dark and weather experts predict rain. The answer is probably. It will probably rain. Next sentence. I do not know where my keys are. The answer is perhaps. Perhaps I left them in the car. Another sentence. The student studied every day for 6 months. The answer is probably. She will probably pass the exam. One more. I have no idea why he is not answering. The answer is perhaps. Perhaps he is sleeping. These simple exercises help build confidence. Useful tips to remember. Tip number 1. Perhaps equals maybe. Tip number 2. Probably equals likely. Tip number 3. Use perhaps when uncertainty is high. Tip number 4. Use probably when confidence is stronger. Tip number 5. Think about how sure you are before choosing the word. The more certain you feel, the more likely probably is the right choice. The less certain you feel, the more suitable perhaps becomes. Advanced understanding. For advanced learners, understanding shades of meaning is important. English is not only about grammar. It is also about expressing different levels of certainty. Consider these expressions. Maybe, perhaps, possibly, probably, certainly. These words form a scale. Maybe and perhaps suggest possibility. Possibly often sounds more formal. Probably suggests likelihood. Certainly expresses complete confidence. As your English improves, learning these differences helps you communicate more effectively. Final summary. Let us review what we learned today. Perhaps means maybe. It expresses a possibility without showing strong confidence. Probably means likely. It expresses a stronger belief that something is true or will happen. Perhaps is useful when you are unsure. Probably is useful when you think something is likely. Compare these two sentences. Perhaps he will call tonight. He will probably call tonight. The second sentence shows much greater confidence. Remember this simple rule. If something might happen, use perhaps. If something is likely to happen, use probably. Mastering this difference will make your English more natural, more accurate, and more professional. Thank you for joining me in today's lesson. Keep practicing these words in your daily conversations and writing. The more you use them, the easier they will become. Before we finish, here is a question for you. Can you write one sentence using perhaps and one sentence using probably? Share your answers and continue improving your English every day. See you in the next lesson.